Hey guys, welcome to another edition of This Week in Van Life. Joe Bauer here, living the van life for over 3 years now, and I'm coming to you from Estes Park, Colorado. And this week in van life, we're going to talk all about the Leadville experience that we had with the Leadville Marathon, where we stayed, where we ate, where we recovered, what mountain we climbed up after the race, which may or may not have been a good idea, but was super cool. So let's jump right into it right now. The Leadville Marathon is supposed to be one of the hardest marathons in the United States, which is why I picked it to be done for my 40th birthday. Unfortunately, COVID hit and we did not get to do it on my 40th birthday. We did it for my 41st birthday, which was awesome because I had some of my best friends come out and do the race with us, which was so super cool. One of the coolest birthday presents I could ever imagine. Now, this race was up over 13,000 feet at the top, and it was not easy. It was a 26.2 mile marathon. All of us trained for about 6 months for this race, so it was putting in quite a bit of a time commitment. You train for it like an ultra marathon because the time is supposed to be a couple hours longer than your actual regular marathon time. The cool thing about it was that it was incredibly beautiful. I mean, check out these views of the race course, as well as it was super hard, which is also awesome. The race went very good for Emily and myself. We had some really hard training runs leading up to the race, but our nutrition, our preparation, everything hit on race day, and we actually did the race underneath our goal time, which was 5 hours and 52 minutes. Our goal time was 6 hours, we did 5:52, so we knocked it out of the park, which was super cool. Everybody that came with us finished. It was, like I said, just a beautiful experience. Having everybody there, the race in and of itself was amazing. It was incredibly hard, and we got it all done. After the race, we decided to hike up Mount Elbert, which is the second highest peak in the lower 48 states at over 14,400 feet. It was not an easy hike. It was about 12 miles, but it was totally worth it. We did it 2 days after the marathon because we were all feeling all right. I don't know if it was advised as far as a good way of flushing out the marathon stiffness, but it was really cool. I'm really glad that we did it. The views from the top were amazing. The hike in and of itself was hard. And it's really cool to get on top of a 14er whenever you have the chance to do it. So I do definitely recommend checking out that hike. We actually only ate out a couple times when we were in Leadville, but one of the places that stood out was the Tennessee Pass Cafe. Although it didn't look all that interesting from the outside, the food was cool. The waiter that we had was really cool. We got to sit outside and eat. We ate some great burgers, some sweet potato fries. I would definitely recommend checking the place out if you're gonna spend any time in Leadville. And you should definitely get some coffee at the City on the Hill Cafe and Espresso, or a sandwich. I got a sandwich that was very good. The coffee was good. They have fast internet, so it's a great place to go, hang out, get some coffee, get a sandwich, and get some work done, spend some hours there. And it's just a cool vibe. The whole town is a cool vibe. Being in Leadville as an old mining town, it is just a really interesting place because they were a mining town that then the mining left, and the town was saved essentially by the Leadville 100 marathon, which we didn't do the 100 race, but I've always had it on my bucket list to do, and this was just kind of like an entry into that particular race. A fun side note, one of our friends that was there running the marathon got one of the gold coins to run the 100-mile race next year, so that's super cool. We're excited for him. We're gonna actually come back and support him, do some of the runs and things like that as pacers for his event next year. The camping, or the place that we stayed here, we actually rented a house this time via Airbnb because we knew that we wanted to have a little bit more amenities, or at least since we had more people, we want to have more amenities. And we rented the Silver Rose house, which was incredibly cool, very well renovated. We slept 7 people in it. It had pretty much everything you could think of, and the owners were cool. There was even a garage if you want to put your car or your bikes or whatever it may be. It was just a really nice place to stay, and it was within walking distance to the race start, which I've never actually had a situation like that, but I highly recommend it if you can get it when you're gonna do a race like that, in order to just be able to walk out. I mean, we left about 15 minutes or 20 minutes before the race start, walked up, went to the bathroom, and then started the race. It was that easy and efficient. Some of the other things you can do in Leadville that were really interesting that we did is we went and checked out the mining museum, where you get to see the history of why Leadville was even there as a town, how they found certain things in the mines, how they did the mining. And there was this really cool, or actually two really cool exhibits that were very Disney-like, where you got to like walk through this mine exhibit, which felt like you were actually in a mine. It was, and a working mine at that. So it was just really cool. I highly recommend checking it out if you're interested in something like that. The other thing that we did that was fun is we went over to Turquoise Lake, which was a beautiful lake that you could swim in, you could run around, you could bike around, you could sunbathe. It was a great way to spend the day after the marathon, just kind of recovering and hanging out. Just note that it can get windy out there. It's still probably, if it's gonna be a sunny day, gonna be warm enough to hang out and lay, and you can find a nice little cove to avoid the wind if you need to. All right, that was our experience, the week in van life in Leadville, Colorado with the marathon. If you guys like this video, please give us the thumbs up. They say smash that like button and then subscribe if you really liked it. The next video that we're gonna be doing is sending us over to Winter Park in Fraser, Colorado, where we had a great time in the stormy weather that Colorado can have, but we avoided the heat. So make sure that you subscribe if you'd like to get the notification for that particular video that's going to be coming out next week. And thanks for watching. We will see you on the next video.